those recombination frequencies. There's another mutant here, gray body, wild type. He's a wild type here, the mutant's here. Okay? Just by doing these double mutant back crosses, they could establish these distance here based on recombination frequency, based on the frequency of the recombinant individuals in the test cross. They can generate 4 linkage maps that show the relative position of these genes on those 4 different chromosomes. Here's the 4 chromosomes. Chromosome 1 is the sex chromosomes, and 2, 3, and 4 are the autosomes. By 1920, they had most of the genes of the Drosophila fruit fly already mapped out. That's a phenomenal accomplishment because no one knew what genes were yet. They didn't know what the chemistry of the gene was. That wasn't known until 1950, another 30 years before they knew the chemistry of the gene. This is an incredible amount of sophisticated work. Now there's a complication here. Is that if genes are so far apart on a chromosome that there's going to be a recombination event every prophase 1. And so they're going to act like, they're going to assort independently as if they were on separate chromosomes. Because they're so far apart, there's a guaranteed recombination going to happen every time between A and C. So if you were to do a back cross like we've described between these 2 loci, your offspring would be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Okay? Because they're so far apart. But it wouldn't apply to this guy because between these 2 genes, if a crossover happens here, they're going to be sort dependent. They're going to be inherited linked together. Okay? So for chromosomes that were far apart at opposite ends of a chromosome here, for genes and loci far enough apart where they appear to sort independently, the way they could confirm that they were the same chromosome was to look at their sort of ratios between genes in between. And that could allow them to identify that A and C were actually the same chromosome. So you see that A and B did not assort independently, and C and B did not, and therefore the way to interpret that is to say A and C have to be on the same chromosome. Does that make sense? I see a lot of you are kind of elsewhere right now. But you better get this for the next exam. So I can go do it again over the next 20 minutes, or we can move forward. I'll leave it up to you. It's complicated stuff. I don't deny that. The first time I got this, I was thinking of changing my major. But I hung in there. I don't want to quit. Are we good, or should we go forward, or? Yes, sir.
So recombinance over the total times 100 is the distance?
That's proportional to the actual distance along the chromosome. Yeah. Once it gets to be beyond 50, and once it's far enough apart, you end up with that 1 to 1 to 1 offspring. Then they're either on separate chromosomes or they're at the opposite ends of a chromosome. I mean, let's just play a little game here, okay? Let's say we got a heterozygous. I'm going to use the old notation here, just to make it easy for me to write. I'm going to back cross this individual with the parent. Okay? All right? Okay? And let's say that now this parent will produce these combinations of sex cells. Okay? And this parent is the one type. So here's our back cross. Just like you see here. Okay? We have 4 unique phenotypes here. Okay. And if A and B are on separate chromosomes, okay? In other words, A and B assort independently. What does that mean, independently? It means that whether I inherit the dominant A allele or the recessive allele won't have an influence on the B allele. Okay? In that case, I have a ratio of offspring 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Okay? But if A and B are the same gene, okay, that means in this parent, you know, all the genes here are carrying that combination. This parent, it's 2 chromosomes. You know, I'll show both of these chromosomes here. They're all saying the same thing, right? Here, this parent has 2 chromosomes from its true breeding parents, right? Let's put them the same distance apart from the same gene here. System here. to produce these sex cells here, there's got to be a crossover right in between. Otherwise, you're going to get these, right? Sex cells, right? So, this close apart, it'd be unlikely to get a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio here. The frequency of these alleles, these chromosomes, these, and let's check it out here. This would be this chromosome from the original parent. But this is a recombinant here, isn't it? So if there's been a crossover between, bring big A and little b together. So this is a recombinant phenotype here. Likewise is this one, recombinant. And this is a parental type here. Alright? This is where no crossover is required, crossover happens here. This close together, I can't imagine that these are going to be 1-to-1-to-1. It's probably more like, I don't know. Let's just say there's 400 individuals total. So let's that be 100 each. I got to do math easy here, so I'm compromising math. I would say probably it's going to be more like the crossover is going to be like maybe 10 and 10. Let's say I don't know. What's 400 minus 20? 380. What's 380 divided by 2? 380 divided by 2, is it 190? Something like that. So a crossover event between these two, this cluster is going to be a rare event. So mostly going to produce these parental sex cells here, this guy and this guy, right? 190, 190. And so then you say, well, okay, of the total population of 400 offspring, there were 20 recombinants. 400 to 20, whatever that frequency is, that's the map distance between those two genes. Okay? Does that make sense?
So that's if they are on the same chromosome?
On the same chromosome. What if they're on separate chromosomes? Let's do that. What do you say? Do the same idea on separate chromosomes. Okay, I'm going to back cross again. Okay, so let's put we'll put A on this one. Okay, and we'll make chromosomes different size. There's the B right there. Okay, that means this parent has, that's one homologous set. Here's the other homologous set there, right? Okay, and then this parent has only the 2. They all carry the A or the B, right? If you go to make sex cells, okay, this parent has all combinations here. So I can do that screwing up. So you'll have, in this case, you'll have this chromosome with the big A and the big B. This one will have, this sex cell will have the big A and now the little b. Okay, this one will have the little a and the big B. This one will have the little a and the little b, right? Now, when we do the cross here, all the sex cells from this parent are going to have the little a and the smaller b there. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah. See that a little better there? Okay. What do we have as offspring here? Well, we've got, let's pair up the chromosomes, homologous chromosomes, and pair them up. So you're heterozygous for that. You're heterozygous for the B gene, right? Okay. So you have the parental type here, okay? Just like the original parent. Here's the other parental type you're going to have. You inherited from mommy here, and from daddy, the same alleles, the A's, the B's. Another parental type, right? Okay, and these are the recombinants here. Okay, so our genotype here is a parental type. Parental type. And then we got these recombinants. Like neither parent, right? But they're going to be, the ratio is going to be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Because whether I inherit this chromosome won't influence which of these I inherit. Doesn't matter. But when they're linked together, okay, and if the loci are close apart, I'm mostly going to get pieces of package deal in these. I'm rarely going to get the mix and match, because the crossover's got to happen right here. So to determine the frequency of the mix and matches here, divide by the total, that gives me a measure of that distance in between. The further apart they are, the more of these I'm going to have. Because more like the crossover's going to happen right in between. The closer they are together, the less likely it's going to happen right in between there in this somewhat random event. So they use this method to build these they produced 4 linkage maps. They were able to map several hundred genes of the fruit fly by 1920. It's a phenomenal accomplishment. Does that make sense? It's a bitch, ain't it? I think I'm allowed to cuss for that. It's tricky. And these guys had to figure it out on their own. There's no one there to teach them like me. That would have been a joke. That's 20th century biology, folks. That's early 20th century biology. We got 100 years to go. The complexity is going to go way up. So this is something you may have to go home and think about, because it's going to be in the exam. Okay. So here's our carrier.